up? What
Yes.
up?
What is up, everybody, and welcome to Jake Paul's favorite new podcast. This is J&J Dating Dynamics. I had to throw him in there, man. He just got embarrassed. This is episode 27 of the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast, and we are talking about thirst trapping, and we have a couple other things we're going to talk about later. Justin, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, buddy. What about you?
You know, not too bad. It's been a good week, but I got a busy week coming up. Quick side note or admin note: next week will be our last episode for 2 weeks because I'm going on vacation. So, Daddy needs a rest.
And he decides to tell me this live on
On the
air.
end. Yes. That's payback
Okay.
for that burp that happened last week. That was not happening.
that was a guest of ours.
That was the guess. Yes, we have Alondra watching on Instagram. Alondra, come on over to the YouTube side and hit the like button when you come in. So, Justin, tell us, buddy, why did you pick this topic today?
I don't know. It's just I've been watching a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, I've been wanting to do an episode on this for a while,
Okay.
and I feel like men are, normally called thirsty. We're the thirsty ones.
And we really are. We really are the thirsty ones. That's for sure.
You
That
say
is,
is that your true opinion?
yes, absolutely. Well, hang on. We thirst for women. Women thirst for attention. So we got to define thirst.
That's what I'm talking about. But is it wrong for men to be thirsty if women
It's not.
are putting it out there,
It,
thirst trapping?
well, I think we got to look at why women are doing that, and it's because they're getting the validation, they're getting the attention, and in a lot of cases, they're getting a lot of money for it. We've allowed it to happen. Our thirst has created this, not women's need for attention. I think this is more of a referendum on us as men.
But what would happen if it were to tone down?
On which side? If we were to stop giving women the attention, or if women were to stop putting themselves out there thirst trap?
And on both, what's your opinion? What would happen in both spectrums?
I think the immediate backlash would be women would start somehow complaining that they're not getting the attention that they want. I mean, not outwardly complaining, but they would start low key freaking out.
All right, let's go even deeper. Let's just say social media crashes or they ban it.
That's an interesting scenario I haven't even thought of.
Like what would happen?
A lot of people will flip out.
How would people get validation?
You have to get it on the street.
Back to the streets.
Bro, off the cloud and back to the streets, boy. No,
Back to the
nightlife
streets.
would boom again. Nightlife would become a thing again. Not that it isn't now, but it would dude, I would love to be a bar or nightclub owner if that happened.
You know what? That's nuts. I'm surprised all the bar and club owners haven't formed a union and tried to take down social media.
They can't take on the tech lobby. Come on. Come on. As much as you want, you cannot take on the tech lobby. You can't do it. But we are here on our humble little podcast, and we are going to have a conversation about it today. We are also going to talk about some fun Facebook groups that I have come across.
All right. I'm interested to hear about that.
Those are it's crazy, bro. Just the disparity between men and women. It's crazy. You'll see it.
Okay.
It's nuts. So, okay. First, let me throw up what I think is the
Throw up?
please
don't.
Put up. Let me put up what I think is actually the problem here. I have dog hair just flying around here. So let me share my screen real quick because I think what I'm about to show you, I think, is the problem. Okay. Where are we here? I'm pretty sure this is it. Yep, this is it. All right, here we go. Check out this girl. Obvious thirst trap, right? Obvious. The problem is, look at these comments. Mind you, this was a week ago. She didn't get that many likes or whatever, but I'm sure she got tons of likes. Yeah, 1,600 likes. That's a pretty good amount. But look at the comments. It's men just saying, this is the issue right here. This is why women do this.
But I know. That's why they do it. But it's like, if you don't want men to do that, don't do things like that.
Wait, is anybody are women complaining that men are doing this? I don't think they are.
But it's always been a thing that men are thirsty. But
Right.
if they don't entice men in that way, well, we wouldn't be thirsty. Like
Not online anyway.
that's what
Now,
I mean.
here's one thing I think would happen. I think women's value would come back down to earth over time.
I agree.
Because I don't think you would have these, twos and threes on Facebook, even fours on Facebook and Instagram being called beautiful and all this stuff like they are constantly.
Bro, we watched a video on the podcast a couple weeks ago. It was from Fresh and Fit. And the girls would rather have Instagram.
Right.
Because they want validation from strangers.
That's their main source of validation. That's their main source of confidence.
Even like it's weird because in a sense it is kind of it's still cheating in a way because okay, yeah, you have a man. Like let's say that the girl has a boyfriend, but she's putting bikini pictures out there. Like you're putting that out there for the validation of other men. I think that's disrespectful.
If you're in a relationship, it's wholly disrespectful.
I think that's disrespectful to your man. I mean, like, if you guys are on the beach together, it's like I'm saying, but I'm talking about these girls, regular girls from around the way that that I know, that you, the viewers, know, posing like if they're models.
Right. Now, here's where we get to the crux of the argument.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is where I think
if you're not being paid for advertising, if you're not being paid by the makeup companies, by the fashion companies, you're not a model.
And here's where I think it actually does kind of hurt these women. They don't realize that these things, like you said, unless you're a model, if you're a regular girl and you're posting up these hoish photos, bikini photos, all this stuff out at the club, looking hot on the balcony in some Miami high rise, they don't realize this is diminishing their dating value. This is diminishing the relationship value in a big, big way.
Absolutely. If you're sexualizing yourself, what are men going to do?
First off, don't complain about being sexualized if you're sexualizing yourself. We saw that right here on this podcast when your girl Nikki came on. I'm sorry to call her out again, but her first line, almost the first line out of the gate was men see women like steaks. And then we played that video. I mean, it's the same thing. Mind you, she's being paid for it, to be fair, but still. They don't realize that their relationship value is going down. And then they're wondering why their relationship value is going down.
Yeah. Women have a career in selling it. And, there's, when it comes to, we've talked about pay gap and, gender pay gap.
I want to know what the pay gap is.
But is it
content?
How is that when it comes to selling beauty?
Oh, women make way more money off beauty than men do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Female models have to make way more money than male models, right?
Absolutely. It's just like men's sports.
Yeah. And make way more because they put out a better product more people want to watch.
We need our guy over here. What's his name? Kobe Lame.
Ooh, what?
The kid that's always like.
Oh.
But I did send you some clips.
You did.
I didn't.
There's an interesting one, the one about the gym. And so this whole thing we just talked about is now actually creating a situation where women are actually trapping men into potentially getting into trouble.
Yeah.
So should we take a look at this video? This is from Ben Shapiro.
Let's go for it.
And he's talking about the little pandemic or epidemic of these girls at the gym. The worst place women thirst trap is at the gym.
Dude, there's tons of videos coming out.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. And it also there's one TikTok.
If anybody's watching on Instagram, click on my story and check us out on YouTube live. We got some videos about to pop up. We're gonna react, and you're not gonna be able to see it.
We're at 10 minutes, so let's go ahead and come off the Instagram, guys. If you're in YouTube, please hit the like button, no matter which of the two channels you're in. By the way, subscribe to both. The link to both is on the chat, so go ahead and do that.
Hit that like and subscribe, guys.
All right, let's come off Instagram. Guys, come on over to YouTube. Peace. All right, YouTube. Let's get to these videos. Let's see here. We're gonna start with Ben Shapiro, right? Oh wait, hang on. There's another video I want to show.
Go for it.
You ride motorcycles, so you follow motorcycle people on Instagram. And if you're not familiar, viewers, if you're not familiar with the motorcycle world, it's like any other world, right? But this is the type of thirst trap that I absolutely hate. And I hate
it's unlike any other world. What do you mean?
Yeah, it kind of is. But anyway, and call me a jealous old fart, whatever. I absolutely hate how easy it is for these people to make content or have successful content with this cheap ass. It's just cheap. Watch this. This video on YouTube that I'm about to show you has like 95,000 views.
Go for it.
And this is all it is. Where is it? This one.
Oh yeah, I've seen so many of these.
That is all it is.
There's so many of these.
So many of them. And these accounts on Instagram make so much damn money. And this is all it is. Not even talking. It's just motorcycle noise. It is insanely ridiculous.
That's literally the perfect example of a thirst trap.
Yeah. Once you suggested the topic, I knew exactly where I was going with it.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like, if you're posting half-naked pictures on the internet, you're getting attention from guys, and that's what I'm saying.
That's what they want. But that's the problem, is us guys giving them the attention that they're looking for.
And then it inflates their head.
And it lowers their value at the same time.
Yeah. And the opposite happens in their head. Their perceived value goes up.
That's it. We just solved the problem. That's it. Thirst trapping is done.
All right, I'm done. That's it. Right. I solved it. Dating dynamics. Game over.
All right, let me bring up the Ben Shapiro video. Do you have any timestamps that you wanted to watch?
No, actually, it was pretty good starting from the beginning.
All right, now we do have to comment every few seconds because if not, we get copyright struck. But let's TikTok.
The second video he played was what I really wanted to show, but we could play just the first two.
All right, here we go. All right, again, this is Ben Shapiro from the Daily Wire. We can talk about him another day, but the video is actually pretty good. His analysis is pretty good too.
Guy puts his hands on them when they don't want to have their hands put on them. Obviously, I'll agree that women are victimized if men, without regard for the woman, just stare at them or just stare for prolonged periods of time. But that's not what we're talking about here. What we are talking about is attractive women on TikTok who are seeking attention, which is why they are on TikTok.
I agree with that. Hold on, real quick.
Wearing extraordinarily tight clothing.
Did you hear what he said? He was just saying, like, if men are like out there, literally out there with their boys, and you're with your girls, and they're checking you out, and you're out having fun, it's normal,
right?
If you're at the gym and a guy is checking you out, and he's taking quick glances, he might be attracted to you, and you would do the same, ladies, to a man.
And I think it's a reasonable expectation
of
women to expect that, given the clothing that they're wearing to the gym.
Exactly.
Sorry, you don't need to go to the gym in a sports bra. Okay?
I mean, if you do, there's nothing wrong with that. Just
expect it.
Women with a nice body, if you're physically fit and attractive, men are going to give you attention, especially if you have less clothing on. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, and women are doing it, but I'm just saying it has to be expected.
Right, you can wear whatever you want to the gym, but if you're wearing a sports bra and then these leggings or shorts that literally go up the crack,
it looks like it's painted on you.
Looks like it's painted on you. Expect men to look at you. Don't get pissed when they do.
Exactly. Anyway, and like I'm saying, if a girl catches a man staring at her,
like
and you can tell, because I've experienced it. I'm not gonna lie. I've been at the gym and I've seen a dude checking out a girl, and I've seen her get uncomfortable, but I've also seen the guy do it in an uncomfortable way.
Sure.
To the
Now-
point where I can tell she was uncomfortable and she was giving off the energy, and he kept doing it anyway.
Now, let me bring
That's
this.
creepy.
Let's just talk about staring or repeated glances, right?
Yeah.
It depends on the guy that's doing it. Because if he's a
Oh.
6'3" jacked guy who looks good, she ain't gonna care.
True.
If it's the fatty high school kid who just started going to the gym because his buddy goes to the gym, now she's gonna care. That's the kid she's gonna tell, and that's the kid she's gonna get kicked out.
Yep.
Anyway, all right, let's get back to it.
And bare midriff. And then they are surprised that men are looking at them occasionally. Now, let's be real about this. This is how many dates in the United States and everywhere else have started. A man sees an attractive woman and he walks up to her and he asks her out. This is how most of human civilization was propagated.
Ding, 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 ding.
Before dating apps.
Yeah, exactly. Before
This
dating,
is how it happened.
This is how the world works. All you millennials that are out there that don't know, or millennials, because I'm a millennial, all these whatever generation we're in, all you young folk, I feel old, but anyway, before the advent of Tinder and dating apps and Instagram and Facebook, this is how the world worked. You saw pretty girl, you walked up to pretty girl.
Seriously, it's crazy because, like, men, we don't have to go hunt our food anymore. So in a way, that was our way of hunting. We go and find our wife out in the wild, and it's we can't even do that anymore. We can't.
I find wife, bring back to Kate.
As it turns out, the entire future of civilization rests on men and women getting together and making babies. You know how that usually is initiated? The same way it is throughout virtually all species. A male finds a female sexually attractive, and then he walks up to her, and then he says something. And the notion that the physical has nothing to do with anything, that we are a series of souls that kind of meet each other randomly in the universe, it's just silly.
Of course.
But here are some of these videos. By the way, the men in these videos are being now castigated as being gross and terrible. What is the... We'll go through this video. I want to watch it with you, and we're going to decide together whether the guy in the background, who this woman is now targeting, she says this is not how to approach girls at the gym. We'll see whether he does something truly egregious and wrong.
This is how to not approach girls at the gym.
Yeah, I've seen this one. This is insanely ridiculous.
I hate this.
Stupid bleeping behind me.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
I hate when there's weirdos. It gets me so...
Notice one thing. Notice the selective editing. We don't know how much time has gone by. We don't know if this guy's clips the equipment. Maybe he's waiting for this. She's in a squat rack. That's a pretty important piece of gym equipment. And she's taking up the entire squat rack with her little camera. Maybe he's wondering why he's in your video.
Yeah, true.
About that?
Yeah. And not for nothing, I've been in the position where I'm waiting for the machine, and if you don't keep your eye on it, guess what? Somebody else, you're gonna lose your spot.
You know what?
In a crowded gym.
Workout tip number one: if I'm waiting for a machine, first off, I'm gonna go ask them how many sets they got left.
Yeah.
And second, when they tell me one or two, I put my bag down and say, "All right, cool, I'm next," and I wait. But I'll sit there and wait. I don't care. I'm not gonna keep continually staring and run to it, But anyway, that's a side note. All right, let's keep going.
So uncomfortable.
Feral, like feral.
Feral?
Just calling him feral.
There's mirrors everywhere, so it's like you can easily catch people. Act. Oh, this is nothing. Okay,
it's feral to be attracted to a woman.
Watch very carefully.
Caveman.
Kind of is. Oh, it kind of is. But that's biology. I mean, nothing crazy about that.
Stare counter. Why is he staring so long? That is less than a second and a half. That one is not even a stare. That is a glance. This is what women mean by staring at her like a piece of meat. Why?
Now, this guy looks like he's in pretty good shape. Let me rewind it right here. Dude looks like he's in pretty good shape. I bet you this dude is actually waiting for the squat rack. I'm willing to bet my life on that.
Probably. We don't know, but...
Yeah, we don't. But he does come over and ask her to help if he can help her or whatever.
And
which probably
does he say? He immediately turns away.
Yeah.
A stare. That is a glance. This is what women mean by staring at her like a piece of meat. Why is he walking over? Oh, no. He was walking over to offer to help her with her weight, and she says no, and he walks away. Oh, the victimization. Oh, the terribleness. Okay, so a couple of things. Yeah, I work out every single day. I'm just wondering, why? It's not the only video like this, by the way.
Pause
Like,
it real quick.
here's another.
So there's a lot of women out there that are saying men don't approach them anymore. I've been seeing a lot of videos. Uh-huh.
This
This
is
is why.
And they wanna
This is
get canceled.
absolutely why. Like men are beginning to be afraid to
Now,
approach
I
women.
will say, girls like this are, I hope and I believe, are a very, very small minority of women. But they're loud, they're on social media, and these things get amplified to a point where it actually can affect society as a whole.
I don't find, I find it a little bit on the lower end with women on the higher age spectrum, especially
Explain.
in
Like
their
older
30s.
women.
Older women, yeah. Like they're a little bit less sensitive to being
right.
hypergamous and being sensitive to being sexualized because older women might not dress the way the younger women do.
Well, fair enough. But I think here in Miami, I've seen some things at these gyms, bro.
Not for nothing. Not for nothing. In Miami, it's different. Like you got abuelas out there thirst trapping.
Oh yeah, you got abuelitas in sports bra with the booty shorts. It's not good, man. It's not good. I'm telling you.
And then you got grandpa right next to them with the glasses and the tank top. Like, yeah, that's my abuelita.
You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. All right, let's keep it rolling here.
Another video like this. We'll go through another video like this. This is another woman. She takes off her shirt at the gym, and a guy looks at her. So let me just point this out to you. If a woman takes off her shirt anywhere in public, men will look at her.
No shit.
I'm sorry to break to you basic lizard brain biology. It's going to happen.
Hello.
I'll get into the actual scientific biology of this in just 1 second because it's very real.
But like
here's another one.
What? Yeah.
We like boobies. Like if you're taking your shirt off and you have a sports bra on, we're gonna look.
If women really are scared of this, they'll start wearing baggy t-shirts and sweatpants to the gym. If they really felt threatened.
Or there are gyms that are just strictly for women.
Yeah. Even the gym I'm going now actually has like a little separate room for just women. You think girls go in there to work out?
Absolutely not.
Most of them don't. A few do go in there. But I would submit to you, if you are videoing yourself and producing content, you're going to want the quietest place possible. So you may want to go into a
private room.
Exactly. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Keep the train on the tracks.
Videos, again, men are bad because they look at women taking off their shirts. By the way, if you say that pornography is bad, you're also a prude.
You what?
I wanted you to see the second one that
and remind me to I gotta write this down because I just thought of a point. So I'm gonna play it while I write this down.
What was that point?
Anyway, here we go.
Stand up for myself. He threatens to call the police and revoke my membership.
So here she is taking off her shirt, and a guy looks at her. Oh no! In the mirror, there's a guy who's looking as a woman takes off her shirt. Unprecedented.
By the way, 2 guys working out, cute girl in the shorts. I guarantee you those shorts go right up the crack. Nothing. If you want to wear that, that's fine. But in a sports bra, nothing wrong and completely normal for one guy to nudge the other guy.
But what? Hold on. Before you play it, can we just talk about what is this whole setup? Is she recording herself just about to work out?
Yes, but bro, this was staged. She knew what she was going to do when she hit record.
But first off, people need to stop recording themselves in the gym. Like seriously,
I agree. By the way,
you don't have rights to film the people in the background.
No, you don't.
First off,
but hang on. First off, I just want to make it clear. This video came out I think a couple of weeks ago, but she actually got kicked out of the gym, and rightfully so.
The greatest part is that what you're about to watch is this guy works at the gym. Let's play it.
Yeah, let's just play it through.
And he says, "Oh damn," because a woman is taking off her shirt, and then she just stands there, still taking off her shirt.
Okay, I thought so.
And she's gonna yell at him. Do you need something? Okay, I thought so.
The combative attitude.
All he did was glance over. The second she pulled it up, he glanced over.
And then she starts talking to him. He's a gym employee, so of course he's gonna come see if she needs anything. Makes sense.
Can we put the volume up on the video?
He's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, lady.
Now let me go back here.
Precedented. And he says, oh, damn, because a woman is taking off her shirt. And then she just stands there still taking off her shirt.
Do you need something? Okay, I thought so.
And she's going to yell at him. Do you need something? Okay, I thought so.
So she's also threatening a man.
Yeah.
Like if she's gonna go fight him or something.
Sorry about this. We do it live here, guys.
All right.
He's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, lady.
I don't own the gym. I work here.
He works there.
And if you're being rude, then you can leave.
That means what?
I can call the police and have you trespass right now. Would you like that?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, let him know.
That's great. She probably thought she was gonna get away with something.
Seriously. That was super rude to that dude. I mean, he
And she
works
did it for-
there.
She did it for the likes. She did it for the validation. And this is thirst trapping. This is modern thirst trapping. It's gone beyond the sexy photo, and it's gone into this. It's now a physical form. That guy,
Did he do anything wrong?
no. But if she was smart and she knew how to play her cards right, this guy could have got fired, blacklisted, God knows what. You know,
Yeah.
there's a man's livelihood you're threatening here.
And it happens in some circumstances.
It does. It you know where it happens more than the gym? In office settings, in work settings, corporate settings.
Absolutely.
HR.
It changed the whole world. Like the dating market.
The Me Too movement obliterated the dating market. Okay.
Yeah, like listen, I have, with all due respect to any woman that actually went through any like
Real stuff.
real stuff, like, you know, I don't think men should ever cross the line and put their hands on a woman in any way, shape, or form unless it's warranted. If it's unwarranted or uninvited, absolutely not. So for any man involved with that, absolutely wrong. But with that movement brought upon this whole different dynamic in not just in dating, but in the work world. And in the work world, a lot of people would meet their
And you know
sometimes
what
their
happens?
future husbands and wives. And
I
now
work-
people, they're afraid to talk to each other.
I work in the corporate world, and I can tell you, if it's men who do the hiring, let's say it's a man, a male's the manager, he's going to think twice about hiring a woman. So now the pay gap got to get bigger or whatever. All right, let's keep it rolling here.
And by the way, normally we would call this lady, based on the race of the people involved, a Karen, would we not?
Yes, actually, that's a great point. We would.
Let's put it back down a little notch. I just wanted to hear the girl, what she was saying in the gym.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Right? She's a young lady who does not seem to be of color, who is harassing a black man who didn't do anything particularly wrong.
Yeah, I would have
And
called her.
then,
Bro, if I'd have been
and
that
then it
guy,
comes out at the news.
I would have played the race card so quick if I would.
Yeah, right. But it could have also been flipped the other way.
Yeah. What wins? Race card or sex card, gender card?
No, the race. Well, both cards could be pulled,
Yeah, but which one wins? That's the
but
question.
she could have won. Like, oh my God, a black man was harassing me at the gym.
Why's he got to be black?
That's what I'm saying. She could have used the race card. She could have used the gender card.
He could have
I
used
felt
it.
threatened. Like, it's just crazy, dude. I don't understand the world I'm living in.
I don't get it. I don't. You know, you would think these things would be common sense. All right, let's keep it rolling.
We're supposed to be attracted to you guys.
I know.
You guys put on tons of makeup and spend hours to look beautiful so that we can give you attention, no? So you can't expect men to not give attention.
I believe most women don't mind the attention. This girl's doing it for clicks and she's doing it for likes. Okay. But there are women like this out there.
Other things that we should point out here. When women spray paint their asses and then wear bras and bare their midriffs in public, men are going to look at them. Again, hate to break this to you. That is the reality. As I say, I work out at the gym every single day. And there are women who come in and do not wear this sort of stuff. And guess what? They don't get stared at. as much. I don't know how the patriarchy convinced women that the most efficient form of workout material was to essentially wear things that hug the body as closely as humanly possible and bear as much skin as possible. But the patriarchy has magic powers, apparently.
I'm pretty sure he's being sarcastic about the whole thing.
Of course.
Okay, just making sure that gets thrown in there for our people who don't speak sarcasm.
Yeah, right.
It is not sexist to point out that men are going to look at scantily clad women in a different. Again, look at the. Listen, I made this case to my friend Allie Beth Stuckey, who's like, yeah, yoga pants are fine.
Oh,
yeah, women can wear yoga pants, but don't be surprised when men stare at you because it hugs your ass.
Seriously.
That's just the reality. And when I say stare, it doesn't mean the men should gawk at you. But if a man takes an occasional glance at the fact that you have a spray painted ass, that is not a shock. That is not sexism. That is basic human biology.
Are you okay if we move to the third video? Because there's a third video that I haven't seen, actually.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, let's see here.
The person as a whole. That is what happens over the course of, say, a marriage. This is why commitment matters in relationships. Because ladies, bit of personal advice, men at the beginning are going to see you more as a collection of beauty and body parts than they are as a soul. And the more they get to know you, and the more you hold off on the physical components of the relationship, the more they're going to have to get to know the whole you and maybe commit to the whole you. When women complain that they're being treated as pieces of meat by men while going on one-night stands, the answer is, that's terrible that men are doing that to you. Also, of course, that's true.
It is true.
Of course, it's true. You're valuing yourself. Your relationship market value is dropping every time you sexualize yourself. Ladies, please understand that. Do not complain that you can't find a good man when you're 32, when you have pictures from your 20s on your Instagram where you're partying at the club in Cancun, posting sexily in some balcony in downtown Miami or wherever the hell you are. It's going to happen. Every time you sexualize yourself, you bring down your relationship value.
Absolutely. What, Joel, what would happen to you, let's say, and to be honest, I'd prefer a woman that is like this. She holds out. And what happens? The more you date her, the more you get to know her, the more you build up that chemistry. The more you build up that sexual tension. And guess what? Let's say she makes you fully commit to her. She makes you get off the dating apps. She makes you calm down. She wants you to like fully be about her. What happens? Now you have respect for this woman. She's not half naked on Instagram.
Oh, God.
Her Instagram is private.
Well,
she's still beautiful. She still wears dresses and
Instagram's private. That's not necessarily a green flag.
But I'm just saying, I'm giving you a scenario.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
How much of a better picture does this paint for you wanting to see a woman as a wife or wifey material?
Yeah, of course it helps. The less she sexualizes herself, the better.
Okay.
For us.
All right. Well, if she's half naked with like 30,000 followers on Instagram and she's always half naked in the stories and she's always out with the girls and there's bottles here and
as most women are these days, most young women. You know what I think when I see that?
She's got her ass in the video. Like,
you know what I think?
Are you gonna want to wife that girl?
No, I'm thinking recreational use only from the first photo.
Recreational use.
That's just the way it is. All right, let's get to this video because I actually haven't seen the last one. So
let's go for it.
Of course, that's true. The longer you are with a person, the more of their soul you see, the more of the whole them. Simple fact of life, women dress for other women, for example. Women don't dress for men. They dress to impress other women. Anyway, we'll go back to this video where apparently it's very creepy if a person glances at you when you wear spray-painted ass clothes.
This creepy old guy at the gym kept coming over and staring at me. So I told my husband, and he came over and worked out next to me. Even after he came over, he continued to stare. I decided to stop working out and stare back.
I didn't really see him staring.
Yeah, maybe I couldn't see it either.
I want to go back here. Hey, this is the guy we're talking about here, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely glancing at it there.
Yeah, but he is walking that way to you.
At you when you wear spray painted ass clothes.
This
And stare
creepy
at
old
glance.
guy at the
I
gym
mean-
kept coming over and staring at me.
Yeah, right
What,
there, he's
why
not
is he a
staring.
creepy old guy? He's obviously, you can tell, he's definitely older.
He is an older gentleman, but he seems to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, but what if he's single? What if his wife doesn't have a body like that anymore? We're attracted to it.
And honestly, she doesn't look that young herself, honestly.
So honestly, I think the best thing, and I've done this when I've been out in public and I've seen somebody with a beautiful girl and she's just like drop dead gorgeous. Like, do you ever realize that you can't really stop looking no matter how hard you try? Your eyes will, and even if she has a dude right next to her, you'll like somehow still glance and look away. I've been in that scenario, and I'll go straight up to the dude and I'll be like, I'll give him props. I'll be like, instead of going to the girl,
yeah,
as respect for the man, I'd be like, bro, props.
Yeah,
she is
that's a sign of
gorgeous.
respect. And absolutely, if you hit on a girl in front of her man, that's a sign of disrespect to the man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So like, let's say this guy kept like checking her out. I wouldn't see a problem with him like giving props to the dude.
No, not at all. And I will point out those pants and the shirt, thirst trap.
Yeah.
Of course, immediately.
She looks good.
Yeah. All right, let's play it. I want to see how this ends.
So I told my husband, and he came over and worked out next to me. Even after he came over, he continued to stare.
Okay, right there, he is kind of staring, isn't he? But the husband's blocking the way, isn't he?
We don't know.
No.
I decided to stop working out and stare back. I attempted to do my set. Then I got fed up and went over and addressed him.
Okay, two things. I think this is just for clicks. We can't see the guy. She's obviously editing selectively. And again, why are you videotaping yourself at the gym? If you're concerned about your form, ask somebody, hey, am I doing this right? Yeah, okay, great. Moving on.
Yeah, unless you're a professional bodybuilder or like, what do you like? Why are you making TikToks at the gym?
That's the thing. People are using it as just another way to get attention, just another way to thirst trap online.
Yeah,
it's get validation.
And then a lot of it, you don't even know if it's real. Some of it could be staged as well.
I absolutely. But if we find these clips on TikTok, the original clips, I bet you 90% of the comments are people telling her how good she looks and not about the situation she created.
Of course.
So, let me finish this video. It ticks me off.
Okay, here she goes. She's going to go over and address this guy. Again, you saw in this video him for a grand total of like 3 seconds, maybe.
I told him if he's gonna work out in this corner, he needed to stop staring and making me uncomfortable.
You know what? I'm really starting to hate the TikTok voiceover lady.
Yeah, it's annoying, that robotic voice.
Anything else good on here that we want to look at?
I had never watched this, so this is new to me as we roll.
That one was.
But we could go to the next video. But I did like a lot of the points that he was talking about.
Oh yeah. No, Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro's very good at what's the word I'm looking for? Verbalizing, articulating the what we're all thinking. That's always what he's been very, very good at.
Yeah. Hey, what's crazy? I think I posted it on our Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
But there's been a couple news sources that are releasing articles finally, like coming to terms with that there's like a problem in the dating world. And they're putting all the stats together, and it's like
reputable news outlets.
Well, I don't know what you would call reputable, and I don't want to name any names here, but
I would not call Fox, CNN, or MSNBC reputable.
Those were none of the sources.
Awesome.
But it's just a crazy thing to see, and like I was definitely picking it up and picking up on it. I mean, and
Well, that's good.
I'm glad we got into it as it was like kind of
it's
becoming
mainstream, right?
a scene thing.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right, we're already at 40 minutes. Do we want to get into the fresh and fit one?
Yeah, let's check it out. There's again unseen. We don't have the rights to the video. It's
And shout out to Fresh and Fit. Those guys are always keeping it real. I've actually met them. They're very, very good people. Very nice guys, very welcoming. I've actually been there while they shot an episode. It was pretty fun. All right, let's do this. That was my humble brag for the day.
we got to somehow do an interview with those guys.
Hey, I'm trying. I'm trying.
We got one of the top guys. We got Donovan Sharp.
I'm trying through Donovan to get hooked up, but those guys are busy. They're not easy to get a hold of.
Yeah, hey.
Oh. All right, let's go.
All right,
Fresh,
so
I'm very disappointed that you went that deep in the relationship. You got me emotional right now. You're making me want to watch Notebook and fall in love.
nah, bro. Nah.
Fresh,
So I was,
that was very sweet.
I was taking some notes on this. So like this is the current dating marketplace right now at a glimpse, right? So like if you got this cup, right? So let's pretend that this is a woman's validation.
Hey
meter.
guys, real quick. For our listeners, because we said this is Fresh and Fit. This isn't the Fresh and Fit podcast. This is actually Pat David from Valuetainment.
Yep, but it is their channel. It is Fresh and Fit Clips.
It's on their channel. Gotcha. But for our listeners that don't know PBD, there you go. Another strong voice in the community, and I respect that dude very much.
We will never put on some like a video like this that we want to encourage our followers to follow unless we say so. You know. All right, let's keep going.
Go for it.
It used to be where a woman had to go outside, right, to be able to get attention and or validation from men, right? She didn't have the advent of the smartphone and all this other stuff. She had to go outside and or put herself in a position, going to nightclubs, be social, whatever, to
Exactly what we just said.
get attention from men. So men's attention was not as easy to gain as it is nowadays, right? So that when she walks outside the house, the cup is empty, right? Because now she's got to go out there and get her ego pulled or whatever and get it brought up. But nowadays, thanks to social media, by the time she steps out the house, this cup is full with validation because she opens up her Instagram, she has a bunch of DMs, she opens up her dating apps, has a bunch of options. And what happens is they start to have an abundance mindset. And I always say women naturally have an abundance mindset, men have to earn their abundance mindset.
100% true. Women are going to get slapped with dick every time they walk outside. Just hits them in the face.
What do people do when they wake up in the morning? The first thing you do. Most people
check their phone.
They go right to their phone, right to their social media. So women will probably post something right before night, right before they go to bed.
So they can wake up to it.
So they wake up with tons of attention. Like he just said, they wake up with a full cup. They go out the door. By the first time, hey, you're beautiful. By the first time they get that first comment, it's like, Jesus Christ, get away from me. Like if they're like Kanye and paparazzi. Like
all right, let's keep it rolling here.
So just by a girl existing, looking at her phone, whatever it may be, I know girls that will turn on their Tinder. I've seen it before on TikTok as well. Turn on their Tinder, get a bunch of matches, not go on a date with any of them, and then just close it down just to get their validation, and just to get like that validation.
Just to feel good about themselves, and then just keep it moving.
Because women, whether they want to admit it or not, they have a lot of them have low self-esteem. There's a reason why the makeup industry is never going to go out of business. Why hair salons, nail salons, even during a pandemic, they were still in business to some degree because women understand that their primary agency comes from the way they look, right? So getting attention from men reconfirms in their mind, I'm pretty, I can still get a guy because a woman's value is based on her beauty. I don't care what none of them say. Even the strongest, most independent woman is going to wear heels and makeup and lipstick, right? So,
yeah, that's true, 100%.
They had to actually go out to get this validation. Nowadays, thanks to social media, dating apps, whatever, women get this attention and validation without having to do anything besides be at home. And I did an experiment on this, right? So a couple of years ago, I released a dating course with my buddy. And when I was doing the testing, right, we used Tinder, teach guys how to use Tinder, sugar apps, whatever it may be. When I was doing the testing to see which, the best way to get matched.
Did you ever use a sugar daddy site?
No.
Okay.
I would never, ever in my life be considering being a sugar daddy. Like,
well, if I had money to throw around, maybe, but I don't. I'm
What do
nowhere near.
you mean if you had money to throw around?
If I was a multi-billionaire,
Oh, get
was
out of
tired
here.
of the dating market. Yeah, fuck it, I'd do
Get out of here.
it. No, I would.
Hell no, man.
But then again, I got to make my billions.
No, I do enough. I do enough.
All right.
And everything else like that. See how the algorithm goes. I had 2 phones. I did an A/B test, right? So on one phone, I basically did a boost, right? On all the accounts. On another one, I made a fresh account, didn't do no boost, right? And I turned the phones off for about 24 hours. Turn it back on, and both phones have a bunch of notifications, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, this is fucking awesome. This is great. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting this attention. Woo! You know, and then it hit me. Imagine getting this amount of attention every single day for nothing more than the fact that I'm alive. It would probably make me a piece of shit, wouldn't it? And then I realized, like, damn, wait, hold on. This is what a lot of modern day girls go through every single day.
I would actually say most modern day girls.
Dude, not for nothing. That's why I've been a little desensitized to it, because back in my high school days, I was in a rock band. And I was getting attention because guess what? I was the lead singer of all these bands.
And that's an experience that most men don't have.
Most men don't have that experience. But like, I got to feel that.
What's it feel like, Justin?
Honestly, it feels amazing. I had one day, so I used to do this thing in the mosh pit. I used to be a metal singer. I had long hair, long curly hair. This is back when I was in high school.
One day you're gonna have to bring photos and videos to the podcast.
This was back in the dinosaur days. You know, I'm an old man now. But I used to put down the mic and I used to go into the mosh pit, and I would go nuts. After the show, I had a girl come up to me and she's like, "You punched me in the face in the middle of the mosh pit." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I'm thinking like, damn, I did that. But then again, why was a girl in the mosh pit? And she tells me, she was like, "No, thanks. It was awesome."
Well, you know what? You know how she liked it.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
But dude, back in that day, like it was just amazing. And I've always been in a position for it to be easier for me just because of my circumstances. And I don't think any men will ever, not any men, I don't think most men will ever get to experience that. What it feels like to be a woman.
No, not even close. Not even close.
So, like they're saying, imagine getting that attention every second of every day.
Yep.
Like basically, they're in a never-ending vending machine.
Absolutely. And that's the problem. When
men are disposable to them.
When they hit the wall and it runs out, that's when they start getting an depression and all these things. Right there. All right.
They show it. Like women find most men, almost over 90% of men on Tinder and Bumble, all these sites, as unattractive, below average and unattraction.
100%.
Most women don't match with and or look at profiles unless the guy's in the top 5% of dudes. 1 in 3 men right now is either a virgin and or sexually inactive between 18 to 30. So it's become harder for a majority of men to get girls with the new social.
I would submit that number probably gets worse if you're saying 18 to 40. That number is probably worse.
You think so?
Yeah, I would think so.
Social media age, because women have more options than before, and a girl that would have been constrained to her own sexual marketplace, let's say she lived in Iowa, whatever, maybe Idaho, right? She had that area, and we talked about this in deep with Rolo Tomasi. It was a localized sexual marketplace, but now with the internet, dating apps, etc., she can go and talk to someone in Miami. She can go ahead and talk to someone in LA, and there's a lot of girls flying out all over the place because now they have access to men that they would have never otherwise had.
You better take it to the bank. If you see a girl who's got Instagram photos in Dubai, London, Moscow, exotic places in Europe, 99% chance she got flown out. 99% chance. I would say even tropical beaches, maybe even Cancun. Not Tulum, because that's where girls pull their money and, they take their little girl trips nowadays.
Agreed. Yeah. Hey, listen.
So, in other words,
I'm not rich.
Glass is full.
I'm not rich by any means, and I've flown girls out.
You flown a girl out?
I've flown girls out.
I never flew a girl out.
Bro, like you said, when you get to a certain level, you do certain things.
I do one humble brag, and you just gotta up me the entire rest of the show.
Every single day, which is why a lot of guys are invisible to most women, right? So, and this is because of dating apps and Instagram in general. So, what's basically happened now is that the top men, right, are getting a majority of the girls, right? The majority of girls are chasing a very small select men, and with the advent of the internet, it's become even more pronounced, and women have become even more selective because with them getting the validation that they get on their phones, they're like, fuck this. I'm getting hit up by Future. I'm getting hit up by whatever. A girl literally came on our pod and talked about, yeah, I banged Future and he jizzed at me and he was going to give me a family, but it didn't end up happening. But
all right, let me bring something up here. I think we've talked about most of this before, but let me bring something up real quick. And Donovan said it when he was here on the program. Little game for women. Have a modest Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Be modest, right? Even if they're modest, they're still going to get the attention and the validation and the likes and all that stuff. You don't need to be out there thirst trapping. Well, if you're making money off of it, sure. But they don't need to do this, is the point. And we as men need to stop validating it if we want to get rid of thirst trapping.
I had Lil Jon reach out to my ex-girl.
There you go again with the bragging.
How is that bragging?
Becoming a problem today.
How is?
Hang on. Hold on.
How is that a brag?
Hold up.
How is that a brag?
You're right. That's not a brag. That's actually a slap in the face. Little John reached out to your girl and tell us.
Yeah, like I had no idea what the hell was going on. I didn't know that we were going to be in this market that we're in with social media and this point that we're at right now, where it is with thirst trapping and just everything going on right now. This was like years ago. But my ex-chick was doing the same thing. She was half naked on the gram, thinking she was a model. Like that's what she enjoyed. And I allowed it. And because I allowed it, possibly being a simp, that's what happened.
If you're in a relationship, you cannot allow your girl to be thirsty.
Thank God my chick was good enough to, well, actually, I won't even go that far, but.
Was this the one that didn't come home that one time?
No, that's another one. Because, yeah, it's endless.
Man. All right. Yeah, but all right, let's move off thirst trapping for a bit. Let's look at something a little more fun. And this is more of a warning to men. So let's do an exercise here with me. Miami's got what, 3 million people?
I don't know. You tell me, Miami boy.
Yeah, it's got about 3 million people. If you count Miami Broward, you're talking about 5. So let's keep it. Let's try to make the math simpler and go with 3. Okay?
All right.
Let's assume 1 million of those are under 18. Fair? Okay. Let's say another million are over 50. So let's say the dating market between 20 and 49.
So
is a million.
You have 1/3 of dateable men.
No, dateable people.
Okay.
Now we're gonna assume half and half are men and women. So you're talking about 500,000 women in Miami. Let's assume a third are married. A third, yeah. So we're down to 500,000. 1/3. We're talking about around 300,000 women in Miami. So there's these groups out here on Facebook, and I'll bring up the men's group first because I find it a little more. So there's these groups out here, and these are on Facebook. It's called "Are We Dating the Same Girl?" in Miami. And I looked through it. This exists for every single city in the United States.
No way.
Every single one. Like, I couldn't think of a city that doesn't have this. Okay. Now, here's what I want you to look at. How many members are right there? 539. That is nothing of the general population, right? And I don't know what this tractor's doing here, but this is the type of stuff you see. By T, they mean like any dirt on this girl, any information, right?
Yeah.
They'll put these girls on here. A lot of the times, hang on.
Wait, so you're finding pages where they're exposing women for like being serial daters or gold diggers and stuff?
Let me get to it right here. Yeah, I know what they are.
Because that's awesome.
So, and you have all kinds of women here. You know, you can go through the photo.
Wait, this is awesome. If that's what this is.
That's exactly what this is. So because the men's isn't as active as the women. So let's look at let's find someone with some comments. He's busted as hell. Okay, that's whatever. See, and the guys will post a girl up and I hope you do it. You know, we all want to show up, whatever. You don't find that much here. Okay. Now, I want to bring up the women's group. Remember that number, 500, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the thing? Here we go. That was 500. Now, are we dating the same guy, same area? 28.6 thousand. We established that it was about 300,000. So this is nearly 15% of Miami women are on this group who are on the dating market. And this is happening all over the country. Are we dating the same guy?
How did you stumble across this?
A viewer of ours sent me the tip. And there's actually 2 for Miami. The other one has 8,000. So, you know, put up this guy, NET, 2 thumbs down is all I have to say. He's with one of my friends right there already. Hung out with him once. Everyone says he's a nice guy. Okay, that one's a good one. You know, and you have men all over the place. You're probably in here, Justin. 28,000 women are on this group.
Jesus.
This guy. And again, NET on Quincy. For the Nashville, he has moved to Fort Lauderdale, travels back and forth. He is married, but is still online in the bar. He's very charming and somehow, you know, God, you got to beware of this shit. This is happening.
So they're basically outing him.
Yeah, they're outing him. And, you know, a lot of them are pretty innocent. I have seen a few. Oh, wow, look at this. Okay. So, blah, blah, puts up this guy. He is my boyfriend of years. I found him chatting with a girl, sexy and hot chat, from a different country. He blames us on an age crisis or whatever. Bro, okay. If you have a boyfriend, why are you on this group? I keep getting these. This goes on and on and on and on. Let's see. Let me just scroll down. All right, so I scrolled down quite a bit. These are still from 2 days ago.
Were you in here looking for yourself?
I did. Yeah, of course I looked for myself. I didn't find mind you, I didn't go that deep, but oh my God.
That's pretty nuts. Chad, typical Chad.
Gotta pick up a chat. Oh my God, thanks so much for the feedback. I'm not gonna give him a minute. Okay, so let's go with 106 comments.
Damn.
Chad's got, you know, he's a pimp. He told me to come by his house like right now. The audacity. These girls are doing this in real time.
That's nuts.
In real time, man. It's crazy. I want to see this. All comments. I want to see the first one. Chad. I know Chad. Incredibly looking. Blah, blah, blah. You forgot to mention he's obsessed with his dog. What? I've never met a woman who complained that a guy has a dog. Ever.
I know a guy obsessed with his dog.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with my dog. I love my dog.
Yeah, you're the guy I know.
Yeah. I mean, what the hell? I thought he was living with a girl right now. Look at this.
Oh, man.
This is nuts. And this exists for every city, man. I'm telling you. Every city.
Exposed.
I got off the group there, so let me just
exposed.
But bro, what do you think about this? This is crazy to me.
Shit. To be honest, that could kind of level out the playing field.
How? Yeah.
Because I would assume that people that are in that group are people that want to be serious and in a monogamous relationship, or they're somebody that's in a relationship and they're just seeing if their spouse has been out there. It's a way to keep tabs.
I mean, like I said, remember, we're talking about, and this is not a scientific number whatsoever, but I think probably about 15% of the Miami female dating pools in this group.
Yeah, I mean, if men are out there playing games, it's a way for them to get caught.
Yeah, but is it also hurting guys who may be looking for something serious and the girls aren't just taking him seriously?
I don't know. To be honest, I think we're doing all sorts of stuff to just make it complicated.
Oh my god!
I think social media, like I said at the beginning of this show, like if they were to get rid of it,
that would be really interesting. That'd be a hell of a good, interesting experiment. Just shut it off, all of it. For
I thought of an app. Watch, and I'm glad that we're doing this live on YouTube because I can look back in the future and say, like, "See, why didn't I put this together?"
Or
I
hey,
thought of
this
an
is where it all
app
started.
that would like turn everything off completely for a while and lock you out.
Okay,
They probably have it out there already.
Apple have that already. That feature.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, that limits your time on certain apps.
It would be awesome to do like lockout periods, long-term lockout, like 3 month, 6 month, an experiment.
Hey, a lot of men do that.
And you could sell it under mental health.
These days, I think something like that can be life-changing. Like turning off social media, even for a week.
For your mental
It
health.
probably have a great effect on you if you're like trying to find some kind of serenity or something new in your life. Turn off social media for a week. Make it 2 weeks. See what happens.
Seriously.
You're not going to die. I promise.
No.
I promise social media, turning it off will not make you die. Okay?
That's one reason I love my bike, and I'm sure you can attest to that.
Oh, God, yes.
Dude,
God.
riding my Harley and just...
And when you're on there, when you stop, you take a photo of your bike, you post it up, whatever. But when you're on there, you're not thinking of any of that crap.
But what about when you're on the road and you're connecting with nature and
Exactly. You're just thinking of what's in front of you. That's
you're
it.
disconnected. You're just connected with nature. Like people need to get back to the real world a little bit, man.
Absolutely. We sound like a couple of old farts. If your friends were on here, they would call us old, but I don't care.
We are old, dude. Actually, we're about to plan a trip on bike going to Tennessee.
Oh, nice. I want to go.
We can meet us out there. We're gonna go to Nashville.
Tail of the Dragon.
We're gonna hit Nashville and the Tail of the Dragon.
Keep me posted. I might think about that.
We might do this in June.
I might think about that. That sounds pretty fun. But guys, you are watching the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast live on 2 YouTube channels. If you're not subscribed to the main channel, make sure you are subscribed to the main channel. The link is right there in the chat. Depends which channel you're watching on. If you're watching on J&J Dating Dynamics, that's going to become the channel for the smaller show clips. J&J Dating Podcast will become the main channel where we're going to do the live shows and where the live shows will live from now on. We're going to broadcast live on both, but they won't stay on J&J Dating Dynamics. They'll be on J&J Dating Podcast. If you are watching us on YouTube, please hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. The like button goes really, 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 really far with the YouTube algorithm. So even if we have, we're a humble group here. If we have 10 freaking viewers, 10 viewers, 10 likes, the algorithm's going to push it up. It's that ratio that really, really helps us out. But we are past 1 hour. So Justin, give me your final thoughts, buddy.
Final thought getting into it is thirst trapping a thing. And honestly, are men the thirsty ones if you're out there posting scandalous pictures and video? Who's really thirsty?
I think we're all thirsty. Men for women, women for attention.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What? I think if you want to be in a relationship, try being thirsty from one man, for one man's attention, for one woman's attention.
Nice. Very well said, my friend. I will say, and I will remind all the ladies that might be listening to this, every time you sexualize yourself, whether it be online or in person or however, you are diminishing your value. Okay? I know feminism has sold this lie that it's empowering, whatever. It's a lie. Okay? Because we men are the ones that determine your value. Okay? Not other women, not yourself. You can't rate yourself a 10. We rate you. We're the ones that determine your value. And every time you sexualize yourself, your relationship market value goes down.
Seriously. Wake up. You're stuck in the matrix.
It may bring up your sexual market value if you know how to take the bright ass photo, with the little angle thing going and all that. That might bring up your sexual market value, but that's all it is. It's sexual.
Like,
You do that, you cannot complain that all men want before sex.
anytime I see a girl with the sink picture, with their ass hanging on the sink, it's literally to make your ass look more plump. When I see that, literally, you ever go to the deli counter and get your meat sliced?
Yeah.
I see the same thing. I'm like, oh, look, that's a healthy piece of meat right there.
Yeah.
Like
a meat market. That's all it is. That is all that it is, man. I had one more thought and I lost it. This is happening way too often. I need to start taking that fish oil.
We're getting old, man. We're getting old.
Yeah, we're getting old, buddy. We're getting old. But hey, I don't give a damn. I'm still happy as a clown. All
Hey,
right.
we're getting older and we're getting sexier. So,
hey, men age like a fine wine, don't we?
You already know.
Right. All right. We are going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all very much for watching. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you on Sunday.
You got it. See you guys.